Mic is unmuted. Yeah. So we'll start, sir. Good morning, Engineer Pratap Kumar Mohanty, who has joined us from Hyderabad, and good morning to all the professionals who have logged in. Today's webinar is in coordination with Association of Consulting Civil Engineers, Hyderabad Center. In fact, Association of Consulting Civil Engineers has been collaborating with us for organizing various talks from different speakers, and we have had a good collaboration and good kind of collaborative effort was there in arranging speakers from various parts of the country. And we also had organized a virtual seminar on RAGI, that is geotechnical engineering, from May 14 to May 17th. So like that, we had speakers who were speaking on different topics. Like recently, we had a speaker who was deliberating on plumbing, fire system, and safety systems in buildings. So that's how what we have done is that this is an opportunity for all of us to come together, listen to the expert speakers, see their perspective, because each speaker would be having their own perspectives. There could be researchers who would be presenting from the research perspective, and there would be practitioners who would be looking at from a practical perspective. So those are the perspectives that we would be getting from this webinars, and I'm sure that these perspectives will help us to get new ideas, overcome challenges in the construction sites that we are facing, whether it is in the area of design, execution, or for that matter, as simple as a very critical parameter which most of us miss, reinforcement detailing also. There was a lot of speakers who were giving much emphasis on reinforcement detailing, because being RCC structure, I am sure that we need to pay attention to that. So coming to today's topic is on soil stabilization and full depth recycling using cement and stable road additive. We have Engineer Pratap Kumar Mohanty, who has done his BTech from Utkal University, Bhubaneswar, in first division, MTech from IIT Madras. He worked as a senior class 1 officer in various departments in Corps of Engineers, Indian Army. More than 28 years of experience in combat civil engineering defense projects. So I'm sure that his perspective and his experience would add value to today's talks. Special achievements that he has done his thesis on rescue operations in earthquake hit areas. He developed a program on concrete mix design as per BAS method. He authored 2 papers in military journal. He authored and presented 3 technical papers in Indian Building Congress. He is a fellow of Institution of Engineers and being one of the members of the Institution of Engineers and having associated with the Indian Army, I'm sure that his talk, especially when you talk about rescue operations, when you talk about soil stabilization and things like that, I think these are the perspectives that we would be getting from today's speakers. And he was also awarded with 2 commendation cards by the Chief of Naval Staff and General Officer. So with those profile, let me welcome Engineer Pratap Kumar Mohanty and to this thing. And before I hand over to the speaker, let me also say that Ramco Cements has been coordinating for this talk, as well as we have been organizing engineers meets in the past. But now that we cannot meet physically, we have organized this on online basis where we can have this interaction. So based on the interaction that we had in the earlier times, we were able to bring out cement customized to different applications, because what is important is the type of concrete that is being made at sites. You have different grade of concrete with different slums. So based on those customized requirement of concrete, we have customized the cement as well. So that's why you will see that we have got cement ranging from ordinary Portland cement 53 grade, 53 grade infra, which is for high slump retention. Then we have a special cement for precast works, the Ramco Superfast, which would enable precast units to make the precast items, whether it is hollow block, solid block, bell ring. So you will find that there are a lot of precast items that can be made from our special cement, which is the Ramco Superfast. We also have the blended cement, the Portland Pozzolana cement, Portland slag cement, and we have the sulfate resisting cement also. So what you will see is that we do not promote a particular type of cement. Rather than promoting a particular type of cement, what we do is that we understand the customer requirement and then help them in choosing the right type of cement. So that is the strategy that we are following, and I am sure that that is the right type of engineering perspective that we could have. So we have participants who have logged in. We have close to 111 participants, and there is participation from Drumataru Consultants Hyderabad, who has chatted in the box, and he has also come in. So many participants are coming in, and I do not want to be with the in between the speaker and the audience. So over to you, Engineer Pratap Mohanty, for your presentation, sir. Welcome to the webinar. You can take over, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Pratap sir, can you hear us?
Yes, sir. I can hear you, sir. I'm sharing the screen.
Okay. That is the third button.
Yes, sir.
Device, it can be kept away from the system because it's a little hindrance.
No, it was being said before.
You have to go to the third button, which is share content.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You'll have to.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Impact of environment is the first slide.
Yes, sir. This is my first slide, sir.
Okay. Please carry on.
Sir, can you hear me, sir? Can I? Am I audible to everybody, sir?
Yes, sir. You are audible, sir. You are audible, and the screen is also visible, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Anil, sir, for your kind introduction. And very good morning to all eminent attendees who have taken out their time from their busy schedule to attend this presentation. And great thanks to the organizing team like Association of Consulting Civil Engineers and Ramco Cement for giving me this opportunity for this knowledge sharing session. I especially thank Mr. Srinivas, Mr. Krishna Reddy ji, and Mr. Suraj. And I have been traveling them, and they have been helping me a lot. Thank you all. Basically, I represent Vishwa Samudra Engineering, an infrastructure company based at Hyderabad. And this Vishwa Samudra Engineering is scaling new heights under the able guidance of our young and dynamic managing director, Mr. Chinta Sasidhar. We are into irrigations, roads, bridges, ports, airports, and also we are pioneer in soil stabilization. One of our key result area is to explore technology alternatives to reduce, recycle, and reuse to conserve natural resources. So the aim of today's presentation basically to share our technology and obtain valuable inputs from the eminent attendees for our further improvement. So with this short introduction, now I proceed to my next slides. If you look at the slides, generally any developing country, the development of the country depends upon its road network. If you see this slide, around 40,000 kilometers of highways have already been constructed in the last 5 years. And another 60,000 kilometer highways are planned in next 5 years. Moreover, about 1,25,000 kilometers of link roads have already been constructed, and it has been planned in the next 5 years. And the bars showing here, the brick color, it is showing the aggregate. Quantum of the aggregate is required for making the road, vis-a-vis the quantum of aggregates which will be required for the, if we go for soil stabilization technology. So from this main slide, you can, it is clearly evident that by the methodology, by our technology, we are able to save around 86% of the aggregates. The main impact of construction using the conventional technology, road construction using conventional technology. For this, lot of mining of the rocks, sand, and natural resources are required. As you all are aware, now the government has taken initiative to completely ban blasting as well as sand quarrying. As it is a known factor that with mining, these are the effects, basically deforestation, leading to ecological imbalance and extinction of wildlife, severe air pollution in the mining and haulage area, increase in carbon footprint, and environmental concerns. To obviate all this, our authorities have taken this type of environment-friendly initiatives. MORTH has clarified that on its applicability, like this, some new technology, alternate technology can be applied in their existing roads as well as new roads which are coming up. So even a old DPR can also be where an old DPR where the conventional technology is also there. There also we can infuse the alternate technology to save environment. MORD has also issued their guidelines for the PMGSY roads. The roads which are already being proposed, 10% of the total length of the road can be used with our stabilization technology. And if a road is under construction, another 5% can also be added. Also, the World Bank, the funding agencies, they are also having taking initiative in promoting alternate technology so that the flora and fauna of a country is safe. What are the desirable initiatives? What is the outcome, like basically fallout of this initiative? We have to have a list to no use of natural resources, faster construction, avoid inconvenience to traffic, high durability and life of road, and the last not but the least is the minimum maintenance cost. So keeping all this in view, what VSE offers, Viswa Samudra Engineering has taken, is committed to fulfill all these requirements through our special technology. For fast laying and cost-effective road construction system, we are doing in situ soil stabilization. In situ means we are spreading cement and our specialized product, that is Stabil Road, and doing stabilization with state-of-the-art equipment. Cement treated Stabil Road base. This particular technology, it is internationally tested and validated by BSE since the last 3 years. We have brought this technology from Germany. This particular product and its properties, we have got it from Germany. We have been using it in India since the last 3 years, and it has been well validated by different agencies like IITs, NITs, CRRIs. They all have carried out their tests, and this test results are fantastic. Need of fresh aggregate, stone aggregate, is eliminated. When I say eliminated, means it is reduced. At certain places, it has been reduced by 100%. At certain places to 80%, certain places to 70%. We can say overall reduction is affected up to 85%. And it's a green and eco-friendly system. There will be no need of aggregates, so no need of transport, no vehicular movement, and there will be no emission of any carbon dioxide gases. And it has been approved by MORTH, NSIDCL, and it has been recently been accredited by IRC. So we have been in the correct direction. This Stabil Road, which we are using, what is this Stabil Road? Basically, this is a proprietary supply of VK Industries. It's at Germany. Looks wise, I have put a small picture here. I can see this. This is how the Stabil Road looks. It looks from the far distance. Anybody will be misunderstand this as a cement. That is a granular, a little bit of having flakes in this. These are a powder-like product. It's a cement stabilizer. It's alkaline in nature and it is added in 3 to 4% proportion with cement. It is 100% mineral, natural minerals, and it's soluble in water. As long as its properties is known, it is made of only minerals heated at different temperature and blended. It's a patented items, so its production chemistry and everything is known to the manufacturers. As we all know, when we construct a cementitious road, adding cement, because of its inherent property, cement will be definitely developing cracks, micro cracks, and sometimes it may be little major, but it is generally micro cracks because of the shrinkage, because of drying shrinkage, thermal shrinkage. This is the inherent property of cement. However, while adding this material to the cement, this additive stable road, it's making a internal change in the physical and chemical properties of the cement, and it's making a interlocked chain structure which is connecting the other particles so that it's becoming denser and it's giving more resilience to the product, and it's decreasing. In fact, it is decreasing, diminishing. You can say absolutely no cracks other than some no cracks. It also ensures mixing at the field. There is no need of blending it somewhere outside. It will be sprayed on the cement and it will be mixed in the field. So it's very easy to use. Coming to its structural performances, because of its addition, the cement, the product, the soils, cement and stable load, once mixed and compacted with OFC, the output, the pavement will have excellent dimensional stability even in damp and humid conditions. Its elastic modulus of the pavement is increased manifold, significantly increasing the life of the pavement. So this particular pavement which is coming up, which is similar to a perpetual pavement, which will not require any maintenance in the near future. By adding this product, the durability of the pavement is increased. Generally, we have seen adding cement, we increase the hardness. Hardness is one aspect, but what we are mostly concerned is its durability. And how this durability is getting increased is because of this chemical, because of this additive stable load we are adding. Cement and stable load put together, it is making so non-porous, impermeable pavement, which will not allow acid, oil, water, anything. So its durability is very much confirmed. To summarize, what is this stable road is, it is time tested. It has been used in India since last 3 years by Vishwasamudra Engineering, and also it has already been used in several foreign countries. There will be hardly any disruptions to the road. It can be minimized to the minimum. At places we have constructed roads, one side the traffic is going on the other side our construction activity is also going on simultaneously. There will be hardly any disruption to the traffic. The design and execution both are as per the IRC 3789 and MORTS guidelines. This has been approved and we have been using in the roads of MORTS roads, NHI, DCL and NHI. And we have VSEA exclusivity in India, and we have used in different soil conditions like gravel, WM, FCR in airports. Like it's similar to WMM, but they call it as fine crust rock in airports. It is being used in the yards and it's being used in warehouses also. It's for the subsoil as well as the base stabilization. Depending on the requirement, the design, we have got an in-house design team. It is headed by Mr. Pavan Ram, who is also an alumni of IIT Roorkee. So the in-house design, execution and R&D is also going on. The R&D is being done by our Director Technical, Mr. Ranga Rao. He is a very eminent personality so far as technicality is concerned. So under his guidance, everything is going on in-house. See, we are into, as you see in the topic, it is soil stabilization and full depth recycling. What is soil stabilization? Soil stabilization, it's a very old technology, age-old technology people have been using. Any binder or additives, maybe it is cementitious, maybe lime, or maybe fly ash, it is added and it is compacted. What we are doing is a difference. We are doing the soil stabilization in the base layer. Generally, people have been confined. This stabilization was confined to the sub base, like subgrade. We are using in the sub base and base, where the WMM, GSP, all these things were coming in regular conventional way, that is being eliminated. And coming to the full depth recycling, this type of work we are doing when where there is a existing road, and because of its excessive use, lot of wear and tear has taken place. The road has become very uneconomical. So government is thinking, well, let us go for a relay. Relay means remove everything, then start from the scratch. Layer by layer, you lay the road. There we come in. There is no need of removing that road material. What we will be doing, we will be putting cement and additive as per the design, and directly our equipment will be doing the recycling, pulverizing, recycling, you can call it. Then it will be compacted and the same base is retained. It will be given a payment of 300 to 400 mm thickness payment will be given. Over that, only wearing course has to be laid. Depending on the design criteria, the wearing course will be laid. In this both type of constructions, we are using stable road additive in combination with the cement. Since we are following the IRCs, in short, what is the requirement of the IRC? SP 89 Part 2 2018, it has given the guidelines for the design of the stable road pavement. The first requirement is it should have a minimum compressive strength of 4.5 to 7 in 7 or 28 days. The durability is the most important aspect of this stabilization, because getting a strength is not a big deal. Adding cement, you will get a strength. Now coming to the durability, that this road should be durable for a longer period. For that, they have specified that 12 cycles of wetting and drying to be done, and this will be scrubbed in a particular procedure. Then the losses of the pavement crust material should not exceed 14%. And the residual strength of the core or cube, whatsoever we have been taking, it should not be also less than 20% in 28 days. And this, what for ISC, they only specify commercial chemical stabilizer. What I wanted to say this, though they say commercial chemical stabilizers, we are not using chemical stabilizers. Our is mineral stabilizer, though it is falling in the same category. It has to be tested for its toxicity and leaching, because there are a lot of products people are using which may not be good for the environment in the long run. So for that, toxicity and leaching is need to be checked. For that, our product has to pass the toxicity and leaching. Our product, a stable road which we are using, this has all been tested for all these things. It has been satisfactorily passed all the tests. CRRI, IIT Roorkee, NIT Warangal, IIT Madras, and Indian Institute of Toxicology Research. These institutes have certified our product for its harmfulness, non-harmfulness. One scale of the IRC 37, it's basically for the type of what are the conditions of the road, what is the road classification, what will be the MSA. Based on the MSA, they have given different scales. There will be 200 mm of GSB, then 160 mm WMM, over that 40 mm. Like this, they have given these scales. Subsurface case, base course, then CTB and CTSB. Now IRC has come up to save on the aggregate only. IRC has come up. They have been now promoting. They have issued advisory on use of cement treated base and cement treated sub base. Basic aim is to reduce the crust thickness as well as reduce the requirement of the materials. In this slide, as you see, the left side, this is basically the old conventional pavement crust. We'll be having a compacted subgrade followed by a GSB layer around 200 mm. Then we will be having a WMM layer 250. Then depending upon the road like traffic study, we'll be having a DBM and a BC layer. This is what is generally a conventional. Why I showed it, I am going to compare other methodologies. What IRC has specified, what the scale I had shown you in the previous slide, they are the same. They will be having a compacted subgrade. Then we'll having a CTSB, cement treated cement base, sub base, where cement will be added. Then there will be a CTB, cement treated base, in place of WMM. There also cement will be added depending upon the gradation, because this is because of the variation of the gradations. Then depending upon the load MSA, if it is less than 20 MSA, there is no need of going for a DBM. If it's a more than 20 MSA, then we have to go for a DBM and over a BC layer. This is what ISC 37 specifies. The variation to this is what VAC is offering. What we are offering compacted subgrade. Yes, it's same constant for everything. Depending on the design, depending on the locality area, if there is a need of a drainage layer, then we'll be providing 100 mm thick drainage layer, basically for the drainage of the rainwater. Above that, what we'll be doing? We'll be doing a stabilization using cement and stable load. Here you can see for less than 20 MSA, we can go up to 250 to 300 mm thickness, where the existing soil of the pavement or little bit of soil, granular soil from the borough area is sprayed and it will be stabilized. This stabilization is taking care of both CTSB and CTB. Both layers will be doing the soil in situ stabilization. Then we will be laying a SAMI layer. SAMI is stress observing membrane interlayer, or GCRL layer. Will be laying it because, as we have already discussed earlier, cementitious base has got a property of developing microcracks. We don't want any microcrack to further reflect to the wearing course. So in that place, we are using a SAMI of only 10 mm thickness. Then over that, around 40 mm BC, even less than that, depending on the road classification and the design conditions. This will be less than 40 mm. And if it is more than 20 MSA, then we are going for a DBM layer. The DBM may be 60 mm and the BC will be 40 mm. So by doing this, we are cutting down these two layers and we are getting the work done in one layer only. It is one pass, less time taking, most economical, and its strength is very good. So this is our proposal. This is the CSB. We call it cement treated stable road base. Since our additive which we are using is stable road, so we are calling it as cement treated stable road base. Load distribution, as everybody must be aware, because of the load, this is the pattern how the load distribution takes place. You see the picture here, for a non-stabilized road, for a particular road, the load distribution will be like this. It will be pointed and it will be concentrated on the subgrade. While the road is stabilized, the road will be widespread and the concentration will be minimum. So this is the reason the subgrade strength requirement for a stabilized base is also lesser. Coming to the drainage criteria, in a non-stabilized road, the water will percolate through and from the sides and it will enter into the crust area. While in the stabilized base, because of impermeability in nature, the water will not able to reach the real crust of the road. So there will be hardly any effect or any problem because of the water. Thirdly, coming on the wheel loading, generally in a non-stabilized crust, the thickness of the ham, that basically bituminous layer, is going to be 100 mm, 120, 130 or even sometimes 200 mm thickness. While in case of a stabilized base, the thickness will be less than 100 mm. It's a very thin layer. So under the loading of the wheels, the behavior of the top layer is going to be totally different. Here there will be a tension in the bottom. There is a chances of rutting under the loading condition. There may be a rutting possibility. While in this case, since the thickness is less and there is a stiff surface supporting the BT layer, so there is hardly any chance of any depression, and there will be no rutting, chances of rutting, there will be no fatigue. So all these failure criteria of a flexible pavement has been taken care of because of the stabilization, and especially when our technology is used, because of the high stiffness, high resilience of the pavement material, these are taken care of better than CTB and CTS. This is the general procedure how we do it generally, how on ground, how we execute, and what type of checks we carry out over this. As you see in the picture left side, there is already existing road, but the profile correction has to be done because some places there has to be realignment, some places there will be some rise in the FRL. So this profile correction is carried out with the locally available soil from the borough area. We check the soil properties, then this soil is selected and the soil is sprayed over this. Then the gradation is taken care of, like the camber and super elevation is given. And since this particular layer is going to be stabilized, so 90 to 93, 94% compaction is more than enough. This compaction is basically to enable the vehicle move without any difficulties. Then followed by this, we have got our cement spreader. It is again from Germany only. It is a microprocessor controlled cement spreader. So cement will be loaded into this vehicle, loose cement will be loaded, and this will be moving and it will be spraying cement uniformly on the load. And once the cement is sprayed, then our additive stable load, which is there contained in this particular container, this is again microprocessor controlled. This will be spreading the additive over the cement. After the cement is spread, this additive is being spread on that. To check its, though it is all microprocess controlled, but there is a manual check we carry out on site. We have a 1 meter by 1 meter steel tray on which it will be sprayed, and the dose rate as per the design is checked on ground. This is basically the ground executive. They ensure that proper quantity of the material has been sprayed. Followed by that is our WR240. It's a Windigan machinery only. Many people must have seen it is being used for subsoil stabilization and many other places. This is the in situ recycling machinery, WR240, which will be used for blending soil, cement, additive. Maybe soil, maybe a little bit of aggregate existing when we are going for a full FDR. So it will be doing the full depth recycling. Its capacity is up to 50 centimeter, minimum 150 to 50 centimeter capacity. So we can ask for the design depth. It is controlled. There's a control panel from this. It is all automated. Nothing is manual here. And here it has got a chamber. From the chamber where the mixing takes place, there will be nozzles which will be giving microprocessor controlled water will be fed into the chamber itself to maintain the OMC. There is no manual, nothing is there, everything is automated. Followed by this immediately, because the OMC, we wanted to retain the moisture till the time we complete our compaction, we will be using a pad foot roller, generally 20 tons pad foot roller. It's a vibratory roller and it will be working behind this particular machinery, and it will be ensuring that the compaction is properly taken place. And followed by that, immediately on the heel of the pad foot loader, our grader will be doing the re-camber and re-super elevation, because during this procedure there may be little difference in the change in the profile of the road. So this will carry on and it will ensure this by our survey team, and this grader will be doing the super elevation, camber and slope, everything will be ensured. It will be rolled by smooth wheel rollers like TBR and PTR. TBR followed by the PTR. number of passes will be taken, and we will be ensuring on site that 98% compaction has already been carried out. That's a catch. We have to ensure that 98% compaction has been carried out, and on site we have seen the compactions are much better. Even over 98% easily we are getting, and the site check will also be carried out with that SRM. Followed by that, there will be sprinkling of water because it's a cementitious space. So what we over a period of time after working, we find after 2-3 hours, depending on the weather conditions, to maintain that OMC and moisture on the top layer, then we will be doing a sprinkling of the water. And then it's like a curing. It's like a curing, but there is not a ponding curing. It will be sprinkling of water. This may be done for 3 days, maybe or for 7 days, depending on the site conditions and the weather condition. And after 7 days, we will be taking a core. The core will be 150 mm thickness, full depth core will be extracted, and that core will be prepared for its testing. 7 days and 28 days, we carry out test for basically confirmatory test by our side. Otherwise, our requirement is on 28 days UCS value. We carry out a confirmatory test that our work has been correctly done, so that we can proceed for the wearing course. Then we carry out laying DBM, BC as per the design, and we use all these electronic pavers and compactors. Then the road is prepared. These are basically the procedures in to 10 steps, and these are the machinery which will be in a one group. They will be mobilizing from place A to place B for doing the work. So for doing a stabilization, this type all machinery has to mobilize as one single team. We have a dedicated and trained manpower who even machinery is one side, but operation and use of this machinery is very, very, very important. The manual, that human factor comes there. We have got dedicated team who have been working here since the last 3 years, and they are really producing very good results. In a video, I know the audio will not be available to the viewers. So this is an old video of 3 years. I'm showing the first video which we have done in Krishnapatnam port. You can see the spreading of Stavil Road. This is the drum chamber from which the pigs will be working. It's rotating at around 180 RPM. And 4 to 6 inches length pigs will be there. This is what the output. And the tank, water tank which is connected, is basically giving the water into it. It's only supplying the water. It's not feeding directly. Feeding is being done through the microprocessor controlled water supply system. This is how the padfoot roller will be following on the hill up it. And immediately after that, the grading is taking place. And compaction with the use of TVR. These are our German partner. This work we have done in Krishnapatnam port. Now, after 7 days, we are taking the first core. Around 300 mm thick depth. See the core. These are locally available granular material. You can say it gravel. Now this will be tested for its QCS value. Now this is in Hyderabad, in Kerma. Here we have done a full depth recycling. The existing road over which cement and Stavil road was spread in sequence. The traffic was diverted to one side. This is how we carry out the testing, whether material spreading is correct or not. To ensure that cement and Stavil road as per the design dose has been spread. See here, the BT layer was also not removed. the existing bituminous bearing cores is also recycled along with the bed. The color is black because BTs have been used for the same purposes. We have not removed, we have not scarified or made the BT layer. We have got a special type stable road which is very suitable for the bituminous road conditions. Animated video. Basic aim of showing this animated video just to show how this mixing in the chamber is taking place. Balance system is same. This is the WR240. This is what I was telling. Recycling is taking place, mixing is taking place in situ, and the water is fed from the microprocessor control. So the OMC is maintained so that maximum compaction can take place. And there will be no pollution, absolutely no pollution because of its covering. So till now, whatever technologies we have till now we have used at various places in Pan India, we have till now constructed around 100 kilometer lane kilometer of the route, and this graph shows against around 41,000 kilometer of the stone aggregates, we have done the work with 7,082 cubic meter. So our saving on the natural aggregate is around 83%. This is what is our achievement as of now. These are the certain like our roads we have been executing, roads in hand. 100 kilometers we have executed so far. We are working with Mrs. Mega Engineering, and we have got 400 kilometer rural roads in Andhra Pradesh. We are working in airport project Hyderabad. We are working in Northeast, like NHI diesel project in Andaman, as well as we are working in Bihar. Many more projects are also in the pipeline. I'll go a little faster. These are basically our achievements, and these are the roads doing projects. So coming back to the results, as you see in this table, we have got this is as per the IRC requirements, and what we have our CRRI and IIT, what results they have obtained from the site. So generally for a UCS value, generally 4.5 to 7 MPa is required, and our cubes are giving 5.88 MPa. While core samples, when we are doing it's going given to 10.2 MPa in the laboratory conditions. But in the execution time, what we have seen, the samples which are giving the design, which is giving a lesser strength on ground on in the laboratory, like it's a opposite. It generally happens. Generally, in the strength in the laboratory will be more, and strength on the field will be less. What we have noticed, because in the laboratory, compaction and preparation of the core is not that. It's all manual. We cannot do mechanical compactions here. While in site, we are doing a set of equipment, everything is automated, and the compaction is mechanical. So we are getting a better strength at the site. It may be 3 to 5 times. Sometimes it is 3 to 5 times more. So our design team is trying to make a very moderate design. We are not looking for a very high strength at the site. We are only looking for a moderate strength at the site. So this this thing is being taken care of. Going to durability aspects, requirement is 14%, and ours it's coming 0.63%, and after then 1.16%. So it is well below the durability criteria. UCS value is again very within the limits, and this toxicology and leaching, this has already been satisfied by IITR and IIT Madras. So it's safe so far as used in any type of environment. The similar table, we are getting the E value also. We have calculated the E values. In Krishnapatnam port, our elasticity is generally 3,748. It's at the range more than 3,000. More than 3,000 E values. This is at 28 days and after 2 years. So what we have found with the use of cement, though it achieves its strength, slowly it gains its strength. With addition of travel road, the strength gaining is better. Year on year, the strength is slowly increasing. Therefore, the life of the road and the durability will be sustained. Recently, one small test we have carried out on a core sample. This is in the laboratory test. What we noticed, if you see, this is the showing the load, and this is the displacement, which is taking place cross-site displacement. Initially, till the load increased at its peak, it was a straight line, showing that directly it is proportionately going up. With the load going up, the displacement is slowly increasing. It's maintaining the curve here. Particular this point, this cube started losing the strength. The only interesting factor here, generally what happens, there will be a collapse. The curve will be coming, falling curve. But instead of that, the curve slowly, with the increase of the load, the displacement took place slowly and slowly. We say that because of the stable road with the cement, the resilience of the material has gone up so much that even if with number of vehicle passes, with number of like years passing time, the strength and resilience is maintained. This is the specific speciality of the adding stable road to cement. This is Indian Institute of Toxicology Research, Lucknow. They have given this certificate. They have tested this material against, and they found it is very safe. Now coming to the leaching and ability of this product, it has been tested in IIT Madras. They have also certified that it has no leaching problem so far as any harmful product in it which will affect the environment. This is our accreditation certificate which is received from the IRC. Now I'll be showing few roads where this work had been. This is the first road you see in the Krishnapatnam port where heavily loaded vehicles have been running. Here this work was executed 3 years back. Efficiently and flawlessly, there is absolutely no problem, vehicle movement, and not a single thing noticed. Maintenance is also zero. This is a berth road just behind the berth. The coal mines, like a coal berth, lot of loading, unloading, movement of the truck, parking, everything will be taking place. Earlier, this used to be was a flexible pavement. Every year there will be problem in maintaining, and then we took up this work with this technology, our technology, and this road is working very fine. This is how the core taken from Krishnapatnam port. You can see this is after 28 days. This is after 2 years. CRRI has come to carry out their own study on this road. These are the cores from other sites, and this is from Hyderabad. I told you it was a FDR, full depth recycling. Here the bituminous material also was recycled with the cement and stable road. So the color of the material has become black. Tapping ready for testing. The road condition as of now in NTR Marg, Hyderabad. The road construction going on in Vijayawada, Puranki area, Vijayawada. The procedure what I explained is the same thing is going on inside the village areas also. We are working town and village area. This is how the road. The code taken. This is in Kerala after the 2012 heavy flooding. The roads service was completely disrupted. So we got an opportunity to work in Kerala. There, when we reached there, this was the condition of the roads. And here also we have carried out full depth recycling. Directly we have laid cement and stable load on this, and we have carried out full depth recycling. How after our work, the roads will look like this. These are the cores. You see a lot of aggregates found in the core. We correct the core, clean it, pack it in the nicely packed, and then it is put into the cartons and then sent to the laboratory for the test. This is a road in Punjab. You can see the left side. What was the road condition? Already everything is hardly any top surface is remaining. There we carried out the full depth recycling. The type of condition of left side is the condition of the roads. Here we spread a little bit of materials borrowed from the borrow area, which is leveled it, and after that we recycle this. This is in Ralph sector in Punjab. This is the recent photograph from GMR airport. This is the taxiway where we are doing this work. You can see this left side is the after spreading our cement and stable load material. Then the recycling is going on, followed by compaction. Then smooth roller through with use of smooth TVR and our PTR. This type of compaction is taken a huge area. Then curing for 7 days, followed by SAMI layer. SAMI layer has been laid over this, and then it will be done with DVM, DC as per the specifications. IIT Madras also carried out a test on the materials. CRRI has carried out the FWD test on our roads, 3 roads, and Krishnapatnam Port, NTR Marg also. These are the results. Very encouraging results. Very, very encouraging. We found the residual life of the payments is more than the design life. Because of gaining of the strength over a period of time. This is what I was telling, this is towards the perpetual road. There will be no maintenance. This is what IIT Madras has carried out a test. They have taken simple soil, red soil, natural red soil they have taken. They have added 12% of cement and they found strength is coming 4.22. When they added 12% cement plus 3%, only 3% of the stable load, they found the strength is being enhanced to 6.875%. So there is a very high gain of the strength after adding the stable load. So by adding stable load, we are reducing on the content of the cement. The moment we are reducing on the content of the cement, the possibility of cracks is also nullified. Cumulative fatigue damage analysis has also been done. Against the requirement of 1, we got only 0.345. I have come to the end of my presentation. Just to summarize this, our product stable load plus cement stabilization, it is eco-friendly, fast road laying, highly durable, it has got more strength and less manpower involved, less maintenance cost. Here are our clients who have been working for these clients. GMR, Navayuga, email, Krishnapatnam Port, Public Works Department. And any contacts, this is our contact address. I have finished, sir. In case of any.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. It was an interesting presentation because, when you look at road, one of the major aspect is how to reduce the consumption of aggregates, which you have taken it up very well because that is really, reducing the carbon footprint and all that. So a very eco-friendly, sustainable way of doing it.
Yes, sir.
One of the questions that was being asked is that, which type of cement was used? Blended cement, if you are using, would there be any difference in terms of heat of hydration and all that?
Oh, no, no, sir. Sir, actually, our German partner has suggested OPC. Generally, they have suggested us OPC, and we have been using OPC. But depending on the soil qualities, like we are using working at Bihar. Bihar, it's a alluvial soil where
Okay.
silt and content is very high. It's a non-compressive soil.
Yeah.
When we worked with OPC in our laboratory, our research team found that it is not very reactive to OPC. So in that case, we went to PSC.
Okay.
When we use PSC, then we started getting better strength, and it has helped us in two ways. One is we are getting our strength as well as heat of hydration will be good. Chances of cracks will be also less. We are exploring. There is no limitations in the use of cement. Primarily, it is OPC, but we are now exploring to PPC as well as sulfate resistant cement SRC. Depending on the soil, we are carrying out test on that. Our design, it's not nothing. It's all dynamic, sir. We will
Based on the trials only, based on the trials.
Yeah, yes.
What about practices like curing and all that is being done?
Yes, sir. Curing, I said it will be a sprinkled curing because you see the dampness will be there in the crust. Only
Okay.
possibility is the top surface will get dry. So to maintain that, we do sprinkle clearing.
The sprinkling type of curing is
Where
followed.
the bearing course is concerned, we are also into thin concrete pavement. We are using that white thin white topping. We are also some places, depending on the requirement of the client, instead of bituminous surface, we are going for thin white topping also. The concrete is being restricted.
All right. Okay.
Need of giving the dowel bars or maintaining all these things. Stabilized base in the bottom. So.
I think you would be getting some rating from IGBC and all that, but IGBC is only for buildings, is it? Not for.
You will definitely get, sir. It's only for building, but so far as MORTH, MORD, IRC, and wherever we have been working, sir, they are very happy with our product.
Okay. Now that
Very happy with our product, and will be showing our presence all over India, sir. Though we are working all over India now, will be very soon. We will be going much beyond that. Sir.
Although now when we go to Krishnapatnam port and all, we can understand that how the road has been constructed. Now we will get an idea.
Yes.
You have explained all the thing. It is
certain areas for our trial also we have not given any wearing course. Without wearing course, we have left in Krishnapatnam port, and the vehicle movements are taking place, and absolutely no issue, sir.
Oh, do you give some guarantee or warranty kind of thing like this many?
Sir, we go as per the contract conditions, sir. Whatever is the contract condition, we abide by that, sir. Okay. We abide by that, sir. No issues, sir.
There has not been a case of hairline cracks occurring even during hot season also, because
generally not, sir. Generally no cracks, but
because when the temperature goes up to 40-45 degree, I think they need to take additional precautions for that. No?
There will be bearing course on the top, sir. There will be no cracks. Generally, there will be no cracks. And now we have ensured it by providing SAMI. We are using the SAMI layer. This is basically crack relief layer.
Okay.
Cementitious product. Chances of cracks are there. So we are taking precautions. We are proactively taking precautions, putting SAMI so that no cracks is seen. Though as you know, sir, as an engineer, you will appreciate the micro cracks will not have any effect. But as a user, as a client, somebody might be having their own issues. So we have been suggesting remedial measures so that tomorrow there is no crack.
What about tensile stresses and all that? Are you using some reinforcement rods or something?
No, sir. We are not into reinforcement. In fact, in the port area, where I have shown that slide, where you saw that berth road. Generally in port area, they go for RCC type roads there. They put RCC roads behind. But with our technology, because it's a non-permeable, It has got no chemical effect on this, and its strength is like concrete, sir.
Mhm.
You have seen the core, sir. The core, sir, looks like concrete, sir.
Yeah.
Absolutely no issue. There is no need of going for a reinforcement structure. Reinforcement where it will be given, there will be concreting. So obviously, sir, stabilization will not.
No, because when we do testing at our Ramco Research Development Center, we also use blending material to
Yes,
check
sir.
the durability using RCPT and water permeability test and all that. So
Yes, yes.
what we have seen is that using blending materials reduces the permeability. It makes it more impermeable, and the durability is also enhanced. So that's why I asked
Yes.
this, when you
No,
have.
no, it can be, sir. We are working on that. We are working on that. Our material is also will be a good, like super plasticizer, the way you are using. So this is yet to be.
And another aspect is heat of hydration in OPC 53 is much higher
Yeah, yes, yes.
as compared to blended cement
Yes,
because
yes. We are trying to avoid 53. We are trying to avoid. We have gone to 43, and that basis PSC and PPC depending on the requirements.
because I think two main parameters which I could understand is heat of hydration as well as impermeable. That is what you are looking at, I believe.
Yes, 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 yes. Because the percentage of cement which we are adding to the soil is
Okay.
less compared to the concrete.
All right. All right.
And though it is lesser, but still we wanted to restrict it so that there is no cracks.
Okay. So that was a very interesting presentation, sir. Thank you so much for having joined
Thank you
us.
very
And
much.
today is the 49th webinar that you have come in, and tomorrow is the 50th one. So it was nice to have you on this webinar, and thanks so much. We'll keep our interaction alive, and we'll keep interacting with each other, and that is one of the most important thing that we need to look into, because that is where the collaborative team effort comes into play.
Yes, yes.
And tomorrow at 10 a.m. we have the workshop on sustainability as per National Building Code 2016, which I'm sure that many of you would be interested. And that would start from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. In fact, it's a 3 hours program, and various panelists from BAS Delhi would be joining, and they would be making us aware of the various provisions of NBC 2016. So let us see that tomorrow 10 a.m. All of us can assemble again for another marathon kind of knowledge sharing for 3 hours. Normally we keep it for 1 hour, but tomorrow's is a special one since it's a workshop kind of thing, and three speakers are there. So we thought that 3 hours would be ideal, and that is the basic objective. And we thank all the professionals who have logged in to in today's webinar, and those of you who have not been able to log in can also see this presentation on Facebook Live, as well as we would be sharing you the YouTube link also, so that at the end of it we ensure that whatever has been delivered is reaches maximum number of people for knowledge enhancement. So with those words, let me thank today's speaker, Engineer Pratap Mohanty, for having come here, and thank you so much, sir, and stay safe, take care.
And thank you for the organizers for getting us an opportunity to showcase our product. And we are always available. I have given the details of the company and website, everything. Anybody having any query, they can directly reach us, and we'll try our best. We'll try our level best to resolve all their queries, and we'll look forward to get further associated with everybody.
Thanks, Association of Consulting Civil Engineers, Hyderabad chapter, Mr. Krishna Reddy Garu, who has been able to organize this program along with our Mr. Srinivas. And thanks to our host, Mr. Suraj Kumar, and our IT team for having ensured that this program went on well. Thank you so much. All the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Jai Hind. Yeah, my father fell down. My father fell down. I don't know.